This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Mar Rabbi say, the Haftorah of Tisha B'Av. That's the Shiur, the Friday afternoon Shiur. The Haftorah of Tisha B'Av comes from the Navi Yirmiyah. Soif Asifeim Noam Hashem. It's a very mournful, tragic Haftorah. But I want to point out something to you, an anomaly in the Haftorah. We know that there are basically 6 or 7 letters that could precede the name of Hashem. Bashem, Hashem, Vashem, Lashem. There are basically 6 letters that could precede Hashem's name. Now sometimes the way you pronounce it is Mei Adoishem. Mei A. Not Mei Doishem, Mei Adoishem. Or She, She Adoishem. Not She Doishem, She Adoishem. Or Ha Adoishem. Not Ha Doishem, Ha Adoishem. However, when it comes, those are the letters Mem, Shin, Hey. So when it comes to Mem, Mei Adoishem. She Adoishem. Ha Adoishem. Then there are letters Chaf Lamed Vez. Ein Ka Doishem. Not Ein Ka A Doishem. Ein Ka Doishem. The Patach is silent. La Doishem. Not La A Doishem. La Doishem. Ba Doishem. Not Ba A. The mnemonic is, and this is given to us by the Radak, in the Sefer HaMichlal, by Reb David Kimchi, the Radak says as follows: U'Moshe v'kolev, Moshe mapik v'kolev loy mapik. Moshe, you say it out. Me a doishem, she a doishem, ha a doishem. With the letters Mem Shin Hey, you pronounce the a. With the letters Chaf Lamed Vez, you swallow it. Ka doishem, la doishem, ba doishem. Or the way that the mnemonic is said over is Moshe moitzi v'kolev machnes. Moshe took us out of Egypt, and Kolev brought us into Eretz Yisrael. So when it's Moshe, you pronounce the a. When it's Kolev, you bring it in. So I saw an amazing thing in the Big Day Yesha on the Mordechai Masechta Yuma Oizayin. You know what letters could service Hashem's name? These are the letters that bring honor to Hashem's name. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'Olam Va'ed. Beis Shin Chaf Mem Lamed Vav. Rashi Tevois Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'Olam Va'ed. Those are the oisiyos that are shimosh for the name of Hashem. Nothing else, like it says in the Sefer HaPliyah. The reason why these letters are designated is because of Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'Olam Va'ed. Hashem's name is blessed, and it's cannot be used with any of the letters of the alphabet except for these. The Beis, like Ach Ba Doishem Al Timroidu, Shin, Ashiyam She, right? Ach Ba Shem Al Timroidu. Or Ashiyam Shekah, Ashiyam She, Adoishem Eloikav. Now here's the big question. If you look at the letters, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'Olam Va'ed, there's a Vav there and there's no Hey. And the truth is, we don't usually find a Vav, and we do find a Hey. Ha-doishem, ha-adoishem. But we don't find a Vav. So part of the mnemonic is, Moshe moitzi. Kolev v'kolev machnes. So in the Sefer Medrash Talpiyos, he explains as follows, of Rabbi Yoach Kohen of Izmir. He says, the truth is, it's Moshe moitzi v'kolev machnes. Moshe v'kolev are the letters Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai. Now the Vav is used instead of the Hey. The siman is Moshe is moitzi the Hey. Through the letter Mem, Moshe, you're already yoitz to the Hey. The Kolev brings in the Vav instead. Okay, so in other words, it's Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'Olam Va'ed. Even though the Baruch Shem has a Vav and not a Hey, the Moshe you're yoitza the hey, and the kalev brings in the vav. Be it as it may, why do I bring this in? What does this have to do with the price of tea in China? And that is, in this week's Haftorah, is the one exception to the rule. Hine koyo shavas basami me'eretz marchakim hadoy shem ein b'tzion imal koyin ba madua hechisuni b'fsileihem b'havlei nechar. It's the one exception in the whole Tanach, where even though Moshe is Moitzi, when you have a hey in front of Hashem's name, it should be Ha Adoi Shem. It's not Ha Adoi Shem Ein B'tzion. It's Ha Doi Shem Ein B'tzion, which is a pella. Usually the rule is what? It's Ha, and here it's Ha Doi. So actually in Rav Yisrael Reisman's book, in a footnote, he brings that the reason why it's an exception is because usually the hey in front of a word is the hey hayadiyah. Right? But this hey is not a hey hayadiyah, it's a hey hatema. Hadoy shehem ein betzion. So that could be the grammatical reason why it's the a is swallowed. But I would suggest that perhaps the amkus of it is, we know that so long as the Beis Hamikdash is not built, we know the Shem Hashem is missing. We know the Yud Kei Vav Kei is missing. Ki Yad Al Keis Ka. So to signify the so to speak, Kiviyachal, the Chesaron in the Yad Al Keis Ka, since the pasuk is saying Hashem Ein B'tzion, God is not there, and so to speak, in that case, there's a chesaron. So that chesaron is merumaz in the missing vocalization of, instead of ha-adoy shem, it's ha-doy shem ein betzion. By the way, the Mincha Shai points out the aleph is nacha. The chen b'mesoros koloshin adnos im Moshe mefiach bar minchad. This is a well-known exception to the rule. So Mar Rabbi say we should be zoicha to the return of the Shekhinah to Tzion, and the answer to the question of the Navi, Hadoy Shem Ein B'Tzion, we hope that the answer soon will be, yes, Ribon Shem Shvi Machzer Shechinasai L'Tzion. Rabbi Say, Agun Shabbos and an easy fast.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.